Alright, what's going on, guys? So we're going to continue this little mini series of looking at some lures from 13 Fishing, and the next one we are going to look at is the coconut crab in radioactive pickle color, which really just is like a chartreuse. Some of these companies like to throw out these, I would say, weird, random kind of hype words like radioactive pickle. Just call it chartreuse, you're not fooling anyone. But yeah, so coconut crab, it's a very unique and interesting looking lure. I'll show you a better look at this once we get it on the hook and we start fishing. But sometimes I like to fish natural presentations, just because that's kind of my favorite. I think the fish kind of respond to that better because what they're used to eating. This is very unnatural, so obviously the radioactive pickle color is very unnatural, but also the kind of shape and the profile of this lure is rather unnatural as well. So enough of me talking. Let's get one of these guys onto a jig head, and then we'll fish it on this canal here for a little bit. Alright, so here is a little better look at the lure. There are a lot of mosquitoes out here. This is not going to be a fun day. But yeah, there's the lure on a little, I believe, a 1/3 gram jig head. The profile of this thing is interesting. That's a mosquito that was in my mouth. Because it is very, very thick up near the head, and then it tapers down really, really quickly into that really, really thin tail. So usually I like to fish kind of thinner slibber profiles, just because I believe fish are going to go for those more because they're easier to eat. This kind of thick head is going to be a little bit harder for fish to eat, which is why I typically stay away from those. But there's the lure. We're going to be fishing this little canal here. Fish this a couple times, not too often, but I think I got a couple mine cichlids out of here the 2 times that I fished it. So let's swim and jig this little coconut crab from 13 Fishing back, and let's see if we can catch some fish here. There's a fish, second cast. I think that's going to be a Mayan. Let's take a look at this guy. Alright, so second cast produces, I would say, a pretty good sized mine cichlid for this little canal. Obviously it's not that big, but this canal is not that big either. So far it is a great start. Let's get this guy off the hook, get him back, and keep fishing the little coconut crab around. Let's see what else is in this little canal that wants to bite. So I've had a couple more, literally a couple, I think it was just 2, mine cichlids, what I think were mine cichlids. I could see where there's shadow, but they're shaped like mine cichlids, and really all I've ever caught out of here were mine cichlids. So anyway, I think 2 mine cichlids followed this thing in and showed some interest, but would not bite, which is interesting because those things will usually bite just about anything. So we got one so far. We're only about 10 minutes in. But sunset is pretty soon. Don't have a lot of time to fish today. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can get another Mayan or something else to bite. Got him. What is this? Oh, this is something different. All right, So we are getting a lot of bites, but they're from mosquitoes, not from fish. So this is going to be some sort of a tilapia, either a Nile or a blue, I believe. Probably actually a hybrid between the two. So not getting a lot of fish bites. We got this one, we got that first Mayan, had I think 2 more bites besides that from some other Mayans, and not much else going on here. So let's get this tilapia back. The sun's setting in about 5 minutes, but let's see if we can get one more fish before the sun sets. All right, so unfortunately when you gotta work during the day and it's winter as I'm recording this, you don't get a lot of time after work to fish. But I've been to this canal, I believe, twice before, and both those times I did really well with a lot of small Mayan cichlids, which is why I picked it. Unfortunately, for whatever reason today, there are definitely not as many. Only caught one Mayan cichlid so far. I guess that tilapia is technically a cichlid as well. But I really thought we would have got more here. So let's make another cast or 2 here as we're losing light quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, guys, so that is going to do it. There are so many mosquitoes out here. I put bug spray on and everything. I'm still getting bit up by all these guys. So, been fishing for about an hour or so. Unfortunately, the sun is setting really early this time of year. It set probably about 10 minutes ago. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. About 5 days ago or so, I tried to fish the 13 fishing coconut crab, and I caught 0 fish on it. So obviously there was no video from that. So I figured I would try again on a different body of water. I fished a different canal than I did last time, and today we only caught 2 fish on this thing. So I don't think I would buy this again. The first 2 lures I tried from 13 fishing, the micro joystick and the spiny lobster, I believe, were the 2 that I tried so far. Those 2 I really like. This thing, not so much. And I kind of knew I probably wasn't going to like it. I probably kind of knew it wasn't going to be as good as some of the other lures, just because this looks like it's made to attract humans and not attract fish. Do you guys see these mosquitoes? There's so many of them. All right, so this is really not something that fish would naturally kind of key on, and this isn't like a natural prey, so I think that has a lot to do with why it does not work very well. And unfortunately today, in an hour here at sunset, only got 1 Mayan cichlid and 1, I believe it was a Nile tilapia. So yeah, don't think I would pick up the coconut crab again for any sort of fishing. I can't find any scenario in my head right now where this would be a better lure than some of the other lures that are out there on the market. The other ones from 13 Fishing that I've tried so far, I think those are pretty good lures. You could find useful situations for those. For this thing, unfortunately, I don't think you can. It looks really cool, but that's about it. Now, I am also surprised that on this canal, I haven't seen that many fish. I did see a couple fish that I didn't get a chance to catch. And I'm not sure why that is, because the last couple times I've been here, which granted was a while ago, this place was just completely full of Mayan cichlids. So I don't know what that's about. The water levels are a little bit higher. If you watched my last video, I talked a lot about how we had a big storm roll through here. Would have been about 2.5 weeks ago now, but we got like literally over a foot of rain during that time. So a lot of these canals are still draining. They're still higher than they are normally. They're still moving faster than they are normally. And maybe some of these smaller fish that normally are in this canal got kind of dragged out and pushed out with the storm, with the flow into the deeper canals, the bigger canals. So that might have something to do with it. But either way, it was not a very good day. So I ended up getting 4 different lures from 13 Fishing. This is the 3rd one we tried out, so I got 1 more to try out. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll fish for a little bit with that, and hopefully that one works better than the radioactive pickle coconut crab. So Only 2 fish on this thing, but either way, hope you guys still liked it, and I will see you guys next time.